Select. I am reporting live from the federal courthouse over in the Southern District of Florida. You all know I am covering the Megan Pete versus Milagro, and I am covering it for my own channel. I'm not covering it for anybody else, and I haven't given anybody permission to be using my videos as if it's theirs. Because apparently I've seen myself all over this here internet. And I'm not understanding why people are taking my videos instead of just sharing them. But anyway, hey Queen, good to see you. Hey Andrea, hey sis. I see y'all coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had to do my little intro because I'm like, is that me? Dev is like, did you give this person permission to do A, B, C, D, E? I'm like, oh, if they're sharing it, that's fine. Oh no, they're downloading videos like you're there and you're representing for them or something. No, absolutely not. I'm not. You said because I have good. I don't mind. Ooh. Gotta watch these birds over here. Hold on. I don't mind people sharing my video. In fact, I encourage it, but I don't like just acting like, I'm here as the beat reporter or something for people, or this I'm doing it for them. That's the problem. So, right, just cite where you got it from. That's it. And go tell them to come to my channel. But anyway, guys, that's not what we're here for. You guys know why we're here. They are deliberating right now. Many people predicted they'll probably have a decision today. Folk want to go home and eat their turkey and stuff. But I did want to say that today, for about 15-20 minutes, Meg's attorney was able to finish his rebuttal. As you all know, you have the plaintiff who does their closing, and then you have the defense that does their closing, and the plaintiff gets the last word because it's their burden. And so that is what happened on today. So what they did today is they put up the verdict form, and they talked about how you heard Meg, and now it's your turn to speak. You're going to get to address these mind games, this gaslighting, the violence. Meg told her story. Now you get to end the story. And so they went through the form and went through everything, let them know, that basically Milagro's goal was the free Tory. And so they go to count one and said Tory shot Meg. So the count one was the defamation per se. And they were saying it's incontestable at this point. Everyone knows that Tory shot Meg. So you need to check. Yes, she's liable when it comes to that one. Did she suffer damages? Yes, she suffered her damages, and they quantified their damages, and they go over like compensatory and all of that. And they also talked about the media defendant. You guys know that was one of the big things that happened in the course of this, is that she will have certain protections if she's a media defendant. And so basically Meg's attorney let him know, or Mr. O'Sullivan, I think is his name, said, you want to check no. You want to check no to that box. She shouldn't be entitled. She hasn't learned how to basically be a journalist. She doesn't want to play by the rules. She's not a disinterested person. She's not disinterested from Tory's team. She's trying to basically get Tory up out of prison. All right? So she's not disinterested with her commentary, and so she should not be considered a media defendant. Says she's not she doesn't impartially disseminate, that her views are one-sided. So you should check no for that. Was there an effort for her to increase the truth or not? I said nope, she wasn't trying to increase the truth and get the truth out there. The last part, because there's different elements of it, so of what would make you a media defendant. The last question was, is she similar to traditional media? They said absolutely not. Her point was to try to change the narrative, not to really give out the news as what traditional news is supposed to do. So then they do count 2, which is intentional infliction of emotional distress. And he said, we studied this claim in law school, but he's never saw a case that's captured on what infliction is. Miss Cooper has inflicted Tory's wrath on Miss Pete. This is the legal plan. The legal plan is to get him out of jail, using it like a get out of jail card. Whatever she could conjure up. It was meant to break Miss Pete down. There was no other purpose. Free Tory means that whatever Miss Pete said must be eliminated. Like it's not true. So when you're saying you saying free Tory, you're essentially saying that what Miss Pete had to say doesn't matter. And then you guys heard from Dr. Walker. That was the expert on what it feels like, the damage that it caused. How when you have PTSD from these type of situations, the reality is altered. And you have to live through that. And you wonder, you question yourself, why am I not stronger than this? She was actively intending to bring Meg down. And Miss Walker diagnosed the PTSD and linked it to this defendant. And this PTSD has manifested in her life and has caused her damages. Meg has bared her soul. She's shown her life, her medical records. For 5 years, Miss Cooper has used this stuff to attack her. So you should check yes on that one. Promotion of the altered sexual depiction. She made more people see this video. She had tweets. She wanted the numbers to go up. She was hell-bent on destroying Meg. And then she even had the ninja word, he said the N-word. You know, the page where she called herself Ninja Girl. He said the N-word put up, then admitted she's that other person. She could have taken a day off before putting it out, but she didn't. This is a new law from 2025. And once a deep fake or a video like this is out, it's out forever. You can't take it back. It's out there. There's no ethics. We proved that Tory shot Meg, and it's been presented again and again. Go in the room. Look at the evidence. Nothing will support Miss Cooper's theory. No fact evidence. She doesn't know about anything that happened that night because she wasn't there. She had a chance in this trial to come with some real evidence about Tory, and she didn't. This is all the evidence that we had. They have none. What she did was the defense, they just developed a theme, but there's no evidence to connect what they're saying their theme is. As you seen with Dr. Walker, she says that the peace of mind of Meg has been destroyed. When it comes to the damages in that, you should mark yes. We want you to give compensatory damages. And you know, the compensatory damages are actual damages. So when she talked about she spent the $240,000 for the therapy, and she spent the money for, she lost money on endorsement deals. So those are specific quantifiable amounts. Emotional distress. She put that out there. The deep fake video is what he was talking about. And she caused pain. This is a chance for you to say to someone who did that, this is your chance to acknowledge on what it means to do something like that. You can give judgment on what this is worth. Tell us what is right. Yes. On number 12, use your human judgment to advocate what the amount should be for infliction. The infliction is extraordinary, and the judgment on infliction should be a yes. Deep fake, there's just no question she did it. So use your human judgment, decency, worldviews in order to let us know the amount for the deep fake. Punitive damages. Now you are free to send a message when it comes to these damages. You get to convert the consequence into dollars. Some people, they say they're 7-figure mad, 8-figure mad. Let them know who can be a financially life-changing decision. That if you do this type of thing, i.e. put out the deep fake, then this can be a financially life-altering decision. As I said, the story has already been written. It's written itself all the way up to you, to this point. She was making fun on a suicide video of Meg. And she intentionally knew what she was doing. So let them know that the numbers will talk. Thank you again for all of your time. And so, yeah, he just kind of went over the verdict form, and he added, pointed out certain things to try to say that you should find her liable and she should be damaged. And you should send a message to her of, well, not just to her, that someone else, that if you engage in this type of behavior, this may financially ruin you. That was kind of the theme that they had. And that was that. And then they went to read the jury instructions. And so the judge was reading the jury instructions, and then they came to the verdict form, where apparently there were some issues with the verdict form. So by the time I left out of there, they were making some changes so the judge can give it to the jury. But in essence, it is in the hands of the jury right now. That is what is happening. And so, like I said, y'all gotta see this. I'm sorry, y'all gonna see this dang on bird right here. Hold on, look at that. Look at that. That will never, I just cannot believe that these roosters and stuff is just walking around here like this. So anyway, that's it, guys. I know it's not much, but I had to let you all know. I was going to actually go on my membership, but then I said, I'm not going to do that to y'all. I was going to do it in my membership when I started seeing my videos around. But I'm not going to do that to y'all because you guys have been very supportive. We reached our 40,000 goal. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I think I'm about to go hit Chick-fil-A or something. What do you think of the jury? Were they paying attention to both sides? I think they were paying attention. I didn't see anybody nodding off or anything. They took notes and stuff. You can't take notes during opening or closing because what the attorneys say is not the evidence. You got to look at the evidence. So they make them put their pencils down for that. But yeah, they took notes all through. I think they were pretty attentive. I don't know if they understand everything. I feel like some things should have been explained a bit better, but I'm gonna eventually, when it's over, I'm gonna give kind of more of a critique on that end. I don't know, I might make it a membership thing, I don't know, but right now I really am trying to just relate to you all what's being relayed to me, what I'm writing down right now. But yeah, the jury seems like they were paying attention. It's very interesting because it is like the big firm versus, I don't know if Jeremy, I'm assuming he works for himself. I don't know if he does or not. But I know the other young ladies, they entered an appearance as well like a couple of weeks ago. But it's going to be very interesting. I do think that they did a good job for, you know, under the circumstances, coming in kind of late in the game. I think Jeremy came in June. So they did well, and I don't know. I expected more, I guess, from other people. I just expected better or different. I don't know. But I'm going to get into it, though, y'all. I really, really am. I just wanted you guys to know what's going on. So next time I come back, it'll probably be letting you know what the verdict is. All right? If we get a verdict today, then you're going to hear from me. If we don't get a verdict, then y'all not going to hear nothing, okay? But thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate that. You said it's David versus Goliath. That's what some people are saying. You said he doing the Lord's work. You know, everybody has I can see both sides, and I don't know why people are making it seem like you got to lean towards one side or lean towards the other side. I'm just presenting what's there, and I can totally see Meg's position on why she felt like she needed to do something, but then I can also see the other position of, am I really the sole cause here? You know, I can see that as well when there's other things that's going on. Could it been another route? Honestly, watching this trial, I kind of was like, why ain't they mediate or something and try to figure this out outside of it? Was this like I don't know. I have my theories. But nonetheless, y'all, you know I could chat with you all day because you guys are my favorites. Thank you for all the hearts and stuff. I see them coming up. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. And again, thank you all for helping me reach my 40,000. I appreciate all the support over the last, 2-3 years. I'm going to talk to y'all later, all right? You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be back if there's a verdict. But if it's not, I can't guarantee.